What is going on, X community? Exostomp here, and today, people, we're gonna be going over the Minors Division Pickems for week number 7, and of course, joining me, as per usual, is Galaxybomb.
Hello, everyone.
So, as you can see on the screen, these are our week 6 picks, and both of us did really well here. I think. No, actually, you did way better than me. You got 2 spot on ones.
Yeah. And I locked on that one, too.
Oh, shoot. Wait, did I add that in? I think I'm...
Does not say Galax?
Okay, I did add it. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you're pulling away here, which is kind of scary because look, if I lose this one, then we'll be tied and we're going to have to make a run back next season, alright?
Nice.
But yeah, this is close. Hopefully you get some wrong this week so I could catch up.
Nah. Flawless victory, let's go.
Oh, no, please. Alright, well, let's go on to the first match this week, which is the Thor's Thundies versus the Berlin Blossoms. So, initially looking at it, there are 4 Pokemon that are faster than Moses' whole team.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of like Trick Room in this match. Like, Hatterene looks really nice here, doesn't it?
Yeah, I will say, if they're able to put up a safe Trick Room, Hatterene just kind of stomps all over this team.
Yeah, like...
It's got a lot of potential, for sure.
I would like to see, like, a minus speed Escavalier, just in case that Hatterene comes, because, Ironhead hits hard and will probably kill it, and you don't want it to be faster than Hatterene under Trick Room, because then, of course, Hatterene has the Mystical Fire, which OHKOs it, most likely, unless it's, like, AV and it's max HP and everything, but...
I mean, even Pangoro does pretty good under Trick Room. So.
Yeah, this is a problem. Like, if your opponent has good mons under Trick Room, it's kind of gonna be hard to run Trick Room when you have a team like this. But that being said, like, I surprisingly like the Berlin Blossoms matchup a little bit better. Is that weird to say?
Why is that?
Well, I think the Florges does really well against all the special mons that we could see here. Even decently well against Pangoro. Of course, it does have like Ironhead and probably Poison Jab, stuff like that. But Florges doesn't come in on those. It comes in on all the other mons. And if you go like, oh yeah, Pangoro is just annoying. But if Dragalge is like a defensive mon, it can eat both knockoff and stuff like that in close combats. It's going to be hard to switch into Pangoro. However, I think if they get up a Trick Room, they have to pick a sack, which is kind of nice, but the Escavalier is going to give them trouble, so I don't know. How do you feel about this match?
I think I do like, I think I'm gonna stick with the Blossoms as the favor here. I feel like Trick Room will absolutely come to their advantage if they're able to set it up, which I think they should be able to. I don't think that there's going to be enough threat on the Thundies side where they're never going to have an opportunity to hit Trick Room. So I think that's going to be a win for them. I will give the Blossoms a 3-0.
Okay. Yeah, this, I think did you lock on them last? Oh, we just looked at the things, but you bet on them and they won. They got their first win, and I think I locked on that match, so I lost 12 points.
Yeah, see, they're coming into their own.
So, like, that being said, I kind of feel like, oh man, in my eyes, I could see it going either way. If Escavalier is played correctly, I could see it going either way.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but this is gonna be a close one in my opinion. I'll give the Thundies a 1-0 only because if Trick Room isn't up, there's not many switch-ins to like Pangoro and stuff. So yeah.
Right.
All right, moving on to the next match here, we have the London Luxrays versus the T1 T-Tars. So, initially, both teams are pretty slow, so it doesn't really matter speed tiers wise. I kind of like the Reggie Draco here because Togetic would have to come, which sort of frees up a slot. You could, I mean, man.
Yeah, I don't think Togetic's very good in this match, but if you don't have it, what the hell do you do?
Yeah. I guess it's not the worst thing. Like, it blocks Hitmonchan too. I don't know, maybe a Toxic variant can be decent here, but then Venusaur comes in and claims the kill, most likely. Alola Marowak is also really nice here. Alola Marowak kind of just clicks Fire move and does 50% to something or kills it. So that's going to be fun to look at. But and then Slowking plus Marowak. If they can get up maybe not even a Trick Room, just pivoting. If Mudsdale comes in, Slowking comes in, and then teleports out and then goes into Marowak, and I can see a lot of shenanigans happening.
Yeah.
But Arvid's been playing well, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I can see a lot of shenanigans happening, but I can also just see Reggie Draco just pressing dragon moves and killing everything. So
right,
it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
I think both of those can very easily happen.
I kind of like the Berserker here. I know that's kind of weird to say, but
it could be beefy enough.
It could be running like AV, then it could eat like a Drago hit. And if it's either Tough Claws or like that Steely Spirit, Iron Heads are gonna hurt most of this team, and then it has Seed Bomb, so it could hit Mudsdale if it really wants to. It has knockoff for like the Double Aid. It has coverage. It's kind of just weak though, unless you use it correctly, which is kind of hard. Like Berserker's a Pokemon that if you sort of switch in on the wrong move, you just lose Berserker.
Yeah, that is fair.
Alright, I'll give it to the Luxrays here.
Okay. I will, oh yeah, say your...
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give them a... I'll give them a 2-0.
Okay. I will give the Tyrantars a 3-0.
Okay. And I believe both these teams are doing quite well, so it's gonna be a great match. So yeah, moving on to the next match, we have San Francisco Salazzles versus the Florida Phalanx. So did you watch the Phalanx play this week or last week?
I don't believe so, no.
All right, well, they may have used Super Fang on a ghost type.
Nice.
Which, you know, it happens, but I would like to say that if you do scroll over to a Pokemon, if you're not sure if the types, you know, a different type or whatever, you scroll over to the Pokemon, it tells you what type it is. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, because you don't want to make a mistake like that, because it actually ended up screwing over Thief, because if he pressed Iron Head instead, he may have been able to kill it the next turn. So kind of sucks, but looking at the matchup here, I kind of like Tyranitar. Man, Tyranitar.
Oh yes.
Dude, Head Smash plus Earthquake. Did I say Tyranitar?
Yes, you did.
One of the tyrants. I don't know, but yeah, Head Smash plus Earthquake hits everything pretty much. I don't see a switch in here.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I'm like, unless they have some kind of focus sash, ice cube, maybe. I don't know. Even that, I don't know if that would kill Tyrantrum, to be honest.
Well, Ice Cube has the basically like the free substitute with physical attacks, so
Yeah.
it could set up on it theoretically, like belly drum up, and then it's faster next turn unless it's Scarf, which in that case then you lose basically. But
Right. Yeah, that was basically my thought process is using ISQ to kind of wall it and going with a strategy along those lines. But even still, like that only works one time, and then you're in a bad spot.
yeah. Besides Tyranitar, well, let's look. Okay, let's look at the failings.
Tyranitar again.
I'm gonna call it Tyranitar now, constantly. All right,
it's nickname you from Tyranitar now.
Okay, name it Tyranitar. Poltergeist on the failing side, kind of nice. Shadow Ball plus stored power. It does a ton of work. The only thing that I could see that could take it is in a Violite Ponyard, and I guess Regice can take it. Which, I mean, I think one of them has to come, or you just get swept by a Poltergeist. So, yeah, which then you just sort of weaken your team, right? So it's kind of hard to. The thing is with the failing side is they have a lot of mons that don't have many switches. Like even the Aerodactyl can press dual wing beat, can press Stone Edge, and like that's Ice Fang for the
What it comes down to is there's going to be a lot of just death on both sides. Like it's going to be a lot of revenge kills and murder, and there's not going to be a lot of options here because each mon just kills the other ones a lot.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a 1-0, but I think the failings actually have this one.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go with the failings.
1-0, alright. Well, I'm gonna go with the Salazzles, the better San Francisco team. And I'm gonna go 4-0. Just made up a number. Alright. Next time, whoa, hello? Okay, next slide is the Thunderous. Oh, alright, just Thunderous versus Detroit Delibirds. Man. I don't want to say it again, but Chinchino, man. Chinchino.
Pretty good.
No.
It's a strong mon.
I mean, I would. Okay. Nah, honestly though, I don't see many switches. I mean, Fortress, I guess. Okay, never mind. Fortress is here, but
yeah, Fortress has like a Rocky helmet or something.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Okay, maybe don't bring Chinchino. Maybe bring like a protective pads Chinchino. All right, that's a good idea. God, no, don't do that either. But
what do you say?
Alright, so I think the Litwick's coming because it's the Fortress is coming, so you can sort of counter it. Also, Shadow Ball hits the Slowbro pretty effectively here. And no, but actually though, I think Scorch is coming. It can spam Fire Lash, and then even if like Seismitoad comes in, I believe it has Power Whip, right? So
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, I kind of like Scorch here on the Thunderous side. That can do really well, and of course the Galarian Moltres. I don't see that many switches. Lycanroc would have to be like banded in order to OHKO it, I think. So, but yeah, the Delibird side.
I believe that's correct.
What?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I was just saying that I believe that's correct what you were saying about Moltres.
Oh yeah. Snorlax is kind of annoying for the Thunderous side because Girder is their only fighting type, which I mean, hey, we've seen it from Saint. It's a good fighting type, but if it's a curse set, I don't know how Girder can really break Snorlax, but I don't know, maybe Litwick will come. Who knows?
Maybe.
It'll stop Body Slam, technically. But yeah, how do you feel about this game?
Yeah, I think this game is going to be pretty interesting. I think Fortress is going to be very useful. Appleton is also a very nice wall, generally speaking. So I think I like the Delibirds a bit more, personally. Um, I think the Delibirds are going to get me 3-0. Yeah.
3-0. All right. Um.
That is this one's a little bit up in the air though. Definitely could go either way.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm gonna go with the Thunderous side here, and I'm going to go. I'll go 2-0 here.
Oh.
Alright, let's go to the next match, which is the Thornham Fractures versus the Breaking Zolts. Also, by the way, Rabbit, let me know if you like Thornham Fractures or Thornham Fracture, because we have it on the dock as Fracture, because I think that's how you sent it in on, I mean, this is week 6, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but, on the application, it said Fracture, so I just left it, but yeah, let me know. If it doesn't matter, it's fine, we can just leave it, but... Okay, I see one Pokemon that sort of just wins, on the Zolt side. Do you want to guess which one it is?
One Pokemon that just wins, huh?
Yep.
Is it Clawitzer, by any chance?
No, but, yeah, that's pretty good here. That's a pretty good mon here.
It's pretty good. Heracross also does pretty well, I think.
That is also true. That's not the one I was talking about either.
I feel like there's a lot of options here.
There is a lot of options. Never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say Minior because Acrobatics and Stone Edge. What is their switching?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I don't see one.
Yeah, and the thing is, right? Indeedee with Psychic Terrain stops Prankster Liepard. So if the for whatever reason the Minior is still under that that protective shell, it can't be paralyzed.
Right.
So if he gets a Shell Smash up, I don't know. Is there any switching? Maybe a defensive Jellicent, but then you just
wallet. Like a Rocky Helmet, Milk Drinky, Miltank.
on no, that's a Zolt side.
Oh right, whoops. Hello, Rocky Helmet, Jellicent.
Maybe defensive Jellicent. That might be like the only switch-in, but if that's the case, there's probably ways to work around it with Minior. But I kind of think that this is a losing matchup for Rabbit, but it all depends because again, Rabbit likes to spice it up, so he might bring some interesting set that we didn't think of that can dominate. But yeah, what do you think about this matchup?
I have to agree with you. I think that the Zolts just have so many options to just break through their team, and they're really scary. I mean, Clawitzer and like you said, Minior, and even Heracross. I think I kind of have to give it to them because, like, Jesus, there's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna give it to them. How much?
I'll give them a 4-0.
Okay. And I will give... You know what? I'll give it to the Fractures.
Okay.
I don't know why. I feel like Rabbit's gonna pull this one out. I'm gonna give him a 3-0 here.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to the next match, we have the Oops All Whoopers versus the Charlotte Beedrills. So,
well, here's the question: can the Whoopers break through Registeel Palisade?
That's the biggest question, and the answer is yes. Because there's one Pokemon that breaks through both. Do you want to guess which one that is?
Why don't you tell the audience? I clearly know what it is already.
Clearly It's Chandelure.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Fire Blast and Shadow Ball break through both. I mean, maybe like a subset in case, you know, it doesn't Oko right off the bat. But like other than that, do you want to do your one-liner for Whoops All Whoopers?
I have a one-liner?
Yes, every time they're up.
I mean, they're a very offensive team. I mean, I would figure that's one.
What about that Steel type?
Look. Okay, I like Kling Kling. Okay, he's a good Pokemon. He's got a lot of potential.
Right.
I just want to see a physical Kling Kling. Is that so much to ask?
No, that's not much.
Yeah, it's not much to ask.
However, it's not a good mod. I'm sorry.
Why?
What? What do you mean? What? Look, okay. Look at the matchup. What does it do to a Registeel?
What do you mean?
What does it do to a Palisand? What does it do to a freaking Jupiter? What?
It could come in on like a sub Gardevoir.
Right, the only mon that it could come in on.
Yeah.
No, but like, yeah. If this is kind of tough because if the Chandelure goes down, then you just lose to Registeel Palisand.
Right.
I do like Galarian Slowking here as well. I mean, it can hit pretty hard. It has enough coverage to hit everything pretty hard, but and the Mega is not bad here. They just got the Mega. If they run like a Tinted Lens Spexian Mega, with like Air Slash and stuff, that could definitely break through the Registeel if they get a flinch or two. So,
I do agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess on the Beedrill side, they could just do what they've been doing, and that is using Registeel Palisand and picking 4 other mons around it. So
yeah, that sounds about right. I'm gonna give it to the Beedrills 2-0.
Oh, Beedrill's 2-0. All right. Well, I'm gonna give it to the. I'll give Oops All Whoopers, and I'm gonna give them a 1-0. Very close, very close. Oh, we both haven't used their locks yet. I think we're gonna have to use them on the next 2.
I haven't used mine yet. That's right.
That's alright. Let's go on to the next one here, which is, of course, the Houston Toros versus the San Francisco Sirens. Oh, you should definitely lock on this one. I like this one. Ooh.
So you start on this one.
Of course.
Let's see what your thoughts are.
So, initially, I already know that Cross is bringing in Clefairy because you've been basically shitting on it all time. He's gonna bring it and show them.
Strategy. Now he's gonna bring it and I can kill it.
Yeah, that's it. He's probably bringing Clefairy. He's gonna have to bring a Comfy Check, which he might finally bring Probopass. It's okay in this matchup. It kind of dies to like half of your mons, but it comes in on a lot of your mons as well, like the Comfy and maybe the Galvantula or something. But I don't think that the Swampert comes because it's 2 grass types. There's a Comfy with Giga Drain. There's a Galvantula with Energy Ball. There's a Crobat which could technically run Giga Drain if it wanted to. I don't see Swampert coming, but
maybe
if he does bring it, he better have some like Rindo Berry or something for your grass moves, because if he doesn't have that, it's gonna like die. But I sort of like Go-Goat as well because it does have Sap Sipper, and again, you do have all those grass moves. Could be nice. I don't know how much it would do to like a Duraludon. I guess it has Earthquake, right? I don't know. But yeah, initially I definitely like Cross's team a little bit better, but there's definitely some room to work with here because his team isn't perfect. He has lost a few times, so there's definitely ways to break through his team. And I think looking through his replays, you could try to find his weaknesses and sort of exploit them.
Sure.
How do you feel about this matchup?
I feel pretty good. You know, I think I can probably break through. I've got some ideas, you know, in my mind. It definitely depends on what they bring. I will say that for sure. Depending on what they bring, I could be completely unprepared or very prepared, so it's completely up in the air. But that being said, I think it's finally time for me to lock on myself with a 3-0.
Oh my god, he's locking on himself.
Let's go.
Oh.
Now or never.
Alright. 3-0. Okay, locked. Alright. I think you're pretty insane. But
Yeah.
For locking on yourself just because it's kind of a hard matchup for you. I mean, it could go either way, but well, I'm gonna lock on you just because I want you to win this one. I want you to beat the Clefairy here, because like that would be a great story arc, you know. But I will give you a. Oh man, it's gonna be a close one. I'll give you a 2-0 here. All right, and this last match is Little Rock Lycanrocs versus the Honchkrow Mafia. Ooh, okay, another man. All these, I feel like these weeks are gonna be really close, like all these matches here. But okay, looking at this matchup, I kind of like the Ludicolo. The Ludicolo. If it is like a Rain Dance, like set up mon, could have like Ice Beam and then Stab. It does a lot of damage here. It actually it could win if it's a late game sweeper with that set. Vileplume is pretty decent here as well. Actually, I like Galarian Corsola. The Scrafty is kind of annoying for it, but playing around it, it's not that hard because they do have a Klefki, which can decently easy come in on it. Do have to be careful about the close combat and stuff like that. But on the Mafia side, I do like the Magmortar. I think the Magmortar presses either Fire Move or Scorching Sands on the Rapidash and does a ton of damage. The Noivern can definitely take one or two depending on its spread, but man, Magmortar hits so hard. I'm learning it very, very fast that it does not have many switch-ins for low tier, so.
Yeah, it's pretty strong, I will say that.
How do you feel about this monster?
I think I have to agree. Magmortar is just absolutely vicious. Electivire also does quite a lot of damage. On the Lycanroc side, though, it's a little up in the air. I mean, even Scrafty, of course, is vicious. Yeah, I kind of see more and more how Mafia is an advantage here.
Yeah, I can agree with it, but they would. Okay, so they would probably have to bring that Ludicolo set, like Swift Swim, Rain Dance, because if they don't bring that, I don't see a way to end the game sweep. Maybe like Primate with close no, because then Weezing's there, so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna honestly be really hard here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it safe with this final pick and give Mafia a 2-0 victory.
Oh, okay. Well, you said 2-0?
Yep.
Alright. Man, I really agree with that too. I am going to give it to the Mafia as well. I'm going to give them a 4-0, and I'm going to lock.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the last game for the minors. So yeah, overall, I think that this week is going to be, most games seem to be really close. I think a lot of our guesses were like, half of them were, actually most of them were below 3, which is it kind of speaks volumes to how close this last regular week match is going to be. And if you guys don't know, because a decent amount of you guys are new, next week we're going to be fighting the seed for the other division. So let's say, for instance, you're first seed. You're going to be fighting the first seed on the other side of your division. So that's going to be really fun. So this all means that if you're, let's say, 4th seed or 5th seed, your win or loss is going to mean a lot, because you might lose playoffs. And yeah, so if you're middle of the pack, both of you are playing to win to make playoffs. So it's going to mean a lot, guys. So definitely play your heart out for these last 2 weeks, because I'm looking at the standings right now, and most of these teams can still make it. Like, 2 wins goes a long way, especially with differential. So yeah, guys, keep trying. If you're out of playoffs, still try, because it shows off. Like, it shows us that you're trying your hardest, and that means a lot. So yeah, do you want to end us out here?
No, you pretty much summed it up nicely. Good luck in your games. Try your hardest. Do some crazy stuff. We're getting down to the wire, so.
All right. Well, all right. We will see you guys next time. Peace.